welcome to the Deep Cut Fandom Podcast. I am your host, Victor, also known as Kissaman Studios, and as always, I am here with my co-host,
Robert, aka Shumworld. So, what's up, Victor?
uh, same old, buying toys, selling toys, watching movies, watching TV shows. uh, yeah, no, it's been a pretty good week. Um, Nothing really special to write, but I got a bunch of stuff today, and I got a bunch of
Sweet.
stuff yesterday.
Got some toy haul.
Exactly, and let me tell you, it is quite the toy haul, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to start big with today.
What we got?
Damn it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got the Super 7 Tiamat,
Oh, shoot.
and she is in a huge ass box. This is a video I
How?
took a little bit earlier today because I just brought her home. But yeah, she's huge. She's like 19.6 inches from front to
Yeesh.
back. She is 15 inches tall, 19 inches wide,
Mm-hmm.
but she is a gorgeous, gorgeous lady. Look at that. Look at those faces. That's a face only
Yep.
a mother can love, unless you're a mother.
Yes.
And Tiamat
So,
is definitely a mother.
there must be a story to how you got this.
Uh, Worked hard, saved money, got it at the store.
Oh, they were able to. They picked it up.
Actually, yeah, I got it at the Museum of Nostalgia at 3127 31st Street in Astoria, New York. But yeah, they got a bunch in, so I got one of them. So yeah,
Oh,
if
my.
anyone in the New York City area, or if you want to drive into New York City, get a Tiamat, they have one more for sale.
For
But
new
yeah,
viewers out there, can you just give a little bit more info on the store you're referring to?
Museum of Nostalgia. It's
Mm-hmm.
this store that I work at part time. I can't tell if you can see the whole thing, but it's yeah. Here we go. The Museum of Nostalgia. It's a vintage toy shop slash museum, and yeah, it's probably like one of the better stores in the New York City area now at this point.
Yeah.
Because there aren't that many stores left, unfortunately.
My favorite thing about Museum's nostalgia is that when you go there, you get that special feeling that you can't get only that you can only get in a toy store.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I can't
I mean that's
describe it or can't like describe it in words. It's just this feeling of wonder and magic.
yeah,
It's like a very magical feeling.
it's a good feeling too. It's not
Right,
bad.
right.
It's a very
Yeah, I
good
mean,
feeling. It's
yeah, like the fact that it's Toys R Us, like it's we don't have that many Toys R Us. I mean, ever since the day when the big Toys R Us closed down, it's been very challenging for me to find that special feeling in New
yeah. I
York.
mean, fortunately, we do have a bunch of Toys R Us's opening up this year. They're gonna actually open up a couple of more stores. I think like how many is it? It's give me a sec. There's gonna be like a dozen holiday seasonal shops that'll be opening. But there's gonna be
Mm.
what is it? It's like 8 flagship stores. So these are permanent stores. And one of them is gonna be
Permanent
here
stores,
in
you
Deer
said.
Park, New York.
Mm.
Yeah, eight of them. Yeah. One's gonna be in Aurora, not Long Island, Aurora, Illinois, uh, Camarillo, California, Hanover, Maryland, West Des Moines, Iowa, Omaha, Nebraska, Thornton, Colorado, Deer Park, New York, which is on Long Island, and Wichita, Kansas. So
Nice.
they haven't announced any dates yet, but they will definitely be opening up for the holiday season. So that's something to look forward to.
Very cool.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of glad that they're slowly but surely making their way up. Granted, being in like stores like Macy's, it's kind of like hit or miss as far as what people feel. But I feel like it's a good like kind of like like it's a good step forward.
Right, right.
Having stores like that open in Macy's, and then so that way they could build up the brand or rebuild the brand, I should say. And get stores out there, and now we're gonna have one in Long Island, and before you know it, maybe there'll be one in Queens, maybe there'll be another one in Manhattan, like it used to be in the good old days.
Right. Like
You
baby
know?
steps is the best thing I could say.
Yeah. No, yeah, totally, totally, totally baby steps. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe they'll start carrying things like I don't know, MotU, some Transformers, some Star Wars. Stuff that we usually talk about.
Well, maybe current product, I should say.
Oh yeah, that too. I don't want to speak ill of Toys R Us, but that is one of the drawbacks that at times they don't have current product. So the store in Macy's did have all those Cyberworld figures when they were supposed to be coming out, and I picked them
Right,
up
right.
there. So
Well, I will say that
it's hit or
the
miss, I'd
Toys R
say.
Us and Macy's, the Toys R Us and Macy's, it does gives me a special feeling.
Yeah, and I feel like their selection is kind of better, but I think you just have to catch them at the right time
Mhm.
because like I went to the Macy's out in Flushing to check out their Toys R Us because that's where I got the Cyberworld stuff,
Yes.
and didn't have any, which I guess is a good sign because it means they're all sold out. But didn't
Mhm.
have any more in stock though, so it, it's one of those things where like it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing.
Right, right.
I I'm going to be optimistic and say that's a good thing because it means Cyberworld is selling, and they need to restock at Toys R Us there in Flushing.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, there's a very large Target that's not too far from that Toys R Us you're referring to.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. There is a well. I don't know if it's a very large one. Maybe it's like a mid-sized one. I know there's one that's a little bit further away, but I know
Right.
there's an even bigger one in Whitestone, which is like a town or two over. Um, but I haven't been there in a while because they changed the bus routes. So
Right.
it's not easy for me to get there after work nowadays.
Right. Well, the point I'm trying to make is that there is some sort of a small ecosystem of toy places you can go
Oh,
within that
absolutely.
Flushing area.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
going back to Toys R Us, yeah, like it's good that there's that's like kind of like out of stock on certain current product, because like that means that it's selling.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. And speaking of current product, I think you had something that you wanted to talk about, right, Rob?
Well, before we talk about current product, I at least want to cover the something that just I found out about. That's just not current product, but current events. And one of the things that's been catching my eye was this article about bringing in, let's see, about one of her favorite people in Jack Kirby.
Oh
That
yes, the king.
Yes, exactly. So the article is that I'll try to read it out. So let's see. Title header is comic book legend Jack Kirby may get a street named after him. So, to be blunt, Marvel Comics and by extension the MCU would not exist without artist and storyteller Jack Kirby. When he was only 22 years old, he co-created Captain America when he was in his mid 40s. He co-created the bulk of the iconic Marvel characters: the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, Black Panther, the Avengers, the X-Men, the Hulk, Iron Man, and Thor. All Kirby. This list goes on later for DC Comics. He created its general villains, Darkseid. Born in 1917 in New York City, there's only a movement to get a street in New York City where he grew up named for him, and CBS News New York even did a story layout on it. Jack Kirby's fans have spearheaded a petition to get a section of Essex streets where Kirby was born and raised renamed to Jack Kirby Way. This is a part of the neighborhood between Delancey Street and Rivington. In the original Marvel Comics Fantastic Four issue, Kirby named Ben Grimm's old Lower East Side stomping grounds as Yancey Street. Most fans view the name as a riff on the real Delancey Street. Since so basically that's what this is. You can read the article on your in let's see, a Nerdist website, but this pretty much
Hmm.
is just a an idea of what's happening. That in New York, uh, comic book fans are pushing to get a street around Essex to be named Kirby. Let me Kirby Way, I
Jack
think.
Kirby way.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, that's
I
pretty cool.
yeah, I really hope this comes to be because like I can't speak for you, Victor, but my, when it comes to art, Jack Kirby, he's very important when it comes to American comic book history. And even though my art style doesn't look like Jack Kirby, I will always say that my foundation is Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I owe a lot to him.
I've adapted certain things from Kirby. So yeah, I mean, much in the way that I owe a lot to Akira Toriyama, I do owe a lot to Jack Kirby also.
Hmm.
And if it wasn't for Kirby, like he wouldn't influence later artists like artists that I like also, like John Romita Sr., uh, Herb Trimp, all those guys that came in after him, like they're all kind of patterned and kind of made things their own way also, but they patterned a lot after Kirby.
Yes.
So, my question is, where do we sign this petition?
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I'll look into it, and when I find any more information, I'll post it in the links down below. So,
Yeah, definitely. Because yeah, like I wouldn't mind signing the petition.
but
That
yes,
that's
like
that's
I'm
definitely
hoping
how
he's
we can
happy.
get this done.
Right. Yeah, I'll post. I'll look into it if I can find a petition. I'll post it on the comments section. And
Okay.
for any of our viewers who are seeing this, feel free to check it out once
Or if you
and
know
just
where
get our
to,
voices.
yeah, or if you know where to, sign the petition, let us know, and we'll pin it in the comments so everyone else could, sign up on the petition.
Yeah, so
Because this is a petition worth signing. We owe a lot to Jack Kirby, and it's not just you know, the fact that he drew and co-created and probably co-wrote these characters, like everything that Marvel is because of mostly Kirby. You
right.
know, like
Yes,
he did a bulk of the work.
yeah, like a lot of people talk about Stan Lee, and I loved it, Stan Lee. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Stan Lee, but for some reason, I feel Jack Kirby's more. I put him more important than Stan Lee for me. So
No, yeah, I do too. And honestly, I'm of that camp that it was really Kirby that really created the Marvel universe and not so much Stan Lee.
right,
Because there's always that debate of like what Stan really did, and like just give a shout out to the Jack Kirby podcast. Like those guys are always discussing Kirby, and like I'm pretty sure they feel the same way that I do, where like
right.
they feel
There's
like
a
it's
reason why we call him the king.
exactly, exactly. You know, I mean, it's like the feelings I'm feeling right now. It's like it's hard for me to like just get it out in words because like the it Jack he's just such a key important figure, as you said, in American comic book history.
Right.
You know, and he at very least he should have, yeah, like why not give him part of a street named after him?
Yeah, this is pretty much his. Like, this is another another moment of giving him his flowers.
Yeah, yeah, and he deserves it, rightly so. Because despite all the credit that Kirby gets now, it's because his family fought to have the recognition of all the contributions that he did. I mean, if it wasn't for Jack, who I might add was getting well paid, but still, like he was still treated like shit for the most part. And he deserves this. If it wasn't for him, Marvel or Disney or anyone else that owned Marvel previously would not have been making money, hand over fist. You know, especially
Right.
Captain America. I mean, Captain America. the only reason why, like, Captain America wasn't even created with Stan Lee. There's no. If you say that Stan Lee co-created Captain America, one, I will fucking smack the shit out of you. Not you, Rob, but whoever says it. And two, you should know it was Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, and Joe always gets the credit for that too, because Kirby always did the right thing.
And when you smack them, make sure you smack them with a shield bash.
Oh yeah, definitely. Matter of fact, just to make sure I don't get him with the straps, get him with the front of the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it backhanded because I'm right.
Oh yeah. Bang.
As you can see, I feel very adamant about this topic.
Well, this is the reason why I wanted to bring it up.
Jack's contributions, yeah.
Granted, I'm not as emotional as you are, but it's just the emotions are. I've internalized my emotions and how much I care about Jack Kirby when it comes to my history in art and comic books. So,
well, I mean, not to say that you don't recognize it, but like I do listen to the Jack Kirby podcast, so
yes.
like, and like I kind of know those guys at the Jack Kirby podcast, so shout out to them, Tommy and Mike D. They're good guys.
Yes.
And they put out a great podcast.
I'm sure they've signed this petition if they know of it.
I'm sure they have.
They must have at least marked. They're talking about as much as we like what we're doing right now.
I mean, they probably have a whole episode about it right now.
Yeah, they probably played a big part.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, there's also the crap. I'm drawing a blank on the group name. The guys that do the Jack Kirby collector, the Kirby Collector magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys might be involved also. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there within the Jack Kirby loving community that like are chomping at the bit for this to happen, and they probably already signed a petition. Which is why like my whole thing is okay. This is great. This is great news. Yeah. Where do I sign?
Trust me, dude. Like, if once this once it's been cleared and we finally get this street named after him, you can imagine I'll be posting pictures.
Yeah, honestly, I've been meaning to do the tour because every year in August, on his birthday, which is the 28th of August,
right?
Like, they do a walking tour of that area.
On Delancey and Nexus?
Mm-hmm. Every year on his birthday.
Sweet.
Yeah. And I always end up being busy on those days, but
right.
Someday I'll go. I mean, I could always just walk down there myself. Yeah, that's true. There's always next time. But this is great news, and hopefully you'll find out where we could fill out the petition, and hopefully it happens.
Right. So, but the thing I would say is that like Kirby's influence is wide, like so expansive, and it's so, which is why I want to share my this topic about an upcoming comic book that Kirby had a hand in, which is, let's see if I can get that article up. Let's see, give me a second. I want to make sure I don't cross the streams, but yeah. So I just want to bring up another article just real quick. I won't read it, but right. Jason Aaron brings Thundarr the Barbarian to comics for the first time ever in 2026. So Dynamite Entertainment, Warner Brothers Global Products, has written, and writer Jason Aaron are bringing Sword and Sorcery Classic to comics for the very first time. Get ready. Thundarr the Barbarian is slashing into comic shops in 2026. So it says cult here. Okay, so I won't go further with the article, but basically what's happening is that Dynamite Entertainment is going to be releasing a comic book series based on Thundarr the Barbarian. It's an '80s cartoon that that's pretty much following the theme of Masters of the Universe and just other popular movies at the time, like a lot of
Right.
apocalyptic movies and stuff. And then they just made their own their own idea, which is like an apocalyptic world run by barbarians and like sword and sorcery, but with magic as well. So it was just an amazing. It was surprisingly adult for a kids cartoon, but just such a very unique product of the times. Your thoughts, Vic?
Yeah. I mean, this is really cool. Um, I'm surprised they haven't done this sooner, to be honest.
Yes, but better
Yeah.
late than never is the best thing I
And
can say.
just on a side note, great
Yes,
segue.
yes. Well, of course.
you know,
That's why I kind of wanted to pair these two ideas together because the other thing I want to bring up is that Jack Kirby had a major influence in the cartoon. Like he did a lot of cartoon character designs for
yeah.
the villains, the monsters, and we'll be touching on that as we go more further into detail. So, like for example, let's see. There, there we go. So like here's some samples of the comic book that we're getting. Like the at the moment we only have the comic
Who's that?
covers,
Steve
like
Rude?
the artists.
Yeah, on the cover.
It could be, and, but the fascinating detail is that if you look around the street, the little
Yeah, I
street
did
signs,
notice that. I
Kirby.
did notice that.
So and going back to the discussion of Jack Kirby, if you notice this artist, the name of the person again, if you could,
Hmm.
he's using a very Jack Kirby esque approach. Like with the hands,
Yeah.
the postures of the heroes and stuff.
Hmm.
Like this is all Jack Kirby. The Kirby crackle,
Oh
the
yeah.
way the shading is done, the hand gestures,
Can
like
you zoom in on that lower right corner?
this this part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, even the monster designs and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
Yes,
Yeah. It's
again,
it's,
so
it's reminding me a little bit of crap. I'm trying to blank on the comic.
well, it does. It
The
reminds
New
me of
Gods.
Thor.
I
Yeah,
was thinking more
yes,
like,
in
oh
New
yeah, the
Gods.
New Gods of Thor. Yeah, Thor's applicable also. But yeah, yeah, and I'm trying to figure out also like whose signature is that, but I can't really tell.
Oh, that's what you were looking for.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, and then I'm like, oh, this is very like New Gods. But yeah, no, this is cool, and yeah, definitely a very nice work with the Kirby Crackle.
Hmm.
Very nice. Oh yeah, and then the Statue of Liberty. That's the Statue of Liberty. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh yeah, I can see it now, dude.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
again,
no.
you could this cover pretty much just captures everything I'm hoping that this comic book is about. It's like apocalyptic world. There's sword and sorcery and action.
Yeah,
And like here's other comic book covers. This is one
that's
I
Lee
believe
Field.
that's Chip Leafield.
No, yeah, it's right there by his hand, the
Yep,
signature.
that's I mean good to know he's still getting work.
No, definitely, definitely. I mean, y-
And we got Leafield, and here's another cop. Oh, and here's a preview of what the comic is so far.
that's from the origin where the
Yes, they're
moon's
referencing.
is. Yeah, exactly. That's cool.
Yeah, they're referencing the event that caused
The
the
apocalypse on
Thundar's
Earth.
world. Yeah,
Yeah,
New Earth, I think they called it.
yeah.
Yeah, where the comet passed by and just altered
It's
the history of the Earth, cutting the moon in half and just
yeah,
altering the currents of the water.
yeah, yeah. This is very cool.
Yes.
It's funny, but Thunder also a little bit also kind of always reminded me of like Planet of the Apes, just a little bit.
Oh, of
You know,
course, which is
you know.
another popular apocalyptic
Yeah,
franchise.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Commandy, the Last Boy on Earth from DC, did that more so than in Thundarr, which was also a Kirby title. But
Hmm.
I
Again,
don't mean to digress, but it's there's connective tissue there.
of course, going back to Kirby's influence and why he's very important to
Yeah,
to like the pop culture community.
exactly.
So and we got the famous scene of Thundarr rebelling against his oppressors.
Yeah, those are the right
So
guys. Yeah.
here's other comic book covers we're getting. So that
Who's that?
his signature is right there.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that signature.
Hmm.
It looks good though. When is this slated to come out?
That's the thing. The details. I read the article, and they haven't had any details. They've
Okay,
kept it very vague. They said 2026. So
okay.
m-
So next
my
year.
yeah
So it
my
could be January, it could be February, it could be
right
sometime later in the year. Yeah.
yeah. So like a rough estimate, I'd say third quarter
Of
2026.
so in a year from now.
It is 2026, yes, but I'd say like the third quarter of 2026. Yeah, pretty
That's like
much
a
a
year
year
from
from now.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
just to be
I
fair,
guess if
like
anything, we'll keep an eye out and update people. Right? If things change.
of course, and but I kind of spent some time and collected some characters I would like to see show up
Mm-hmm.
in this comic book. Just to give just some purely speculation on my part, but just some villains and heroes I would like to see. And one of the most popular ones I would love to see show up is a character named Gemini.
Ah, yes.
Yes. And again, going back to Kirby's influences, these are all a large majority of these characters are pretty much designed by Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
And Gemini is you can see the influence of Darkseid in this
Yeah.
character.
There's just bits of dark side there. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. So Gemini, the premise behind him is that he's a I don't remember everything about him, but the thing that was so popular about him is that the reason why he's called Gemini is because he has two sides to himself. Uh,
Yeah.
they're both evil, but one is more aggressive while the other one's more passive.
Yeah. Yeah, and
So
like the doesn't like the visor or the helmet like kind of flip to the other side.
yeah, this side, yeah. So if you for anyone interested, Google, go to YouTube and go type Thundarr a Barbarian intro, and this character is like front and center of that intro, where you actually see his face shift from mad to passive.
Yeah.
So
It's that's a very toyetic thing to do, which is a shame that they didn't really make figures for these
you're telling
characters
me,
in the
man.
show.
Like it's a bit of a that's one of my big pet peeves of the 1980s that uh, I believe Hanna Barbera was the company that produced the cartoons.
Um,
Well, whatever the
I think it might have
company that
been if it wasn't no. Well, I don't remember. It's either no. It's Ruby Spears. It's Ruby Spears.
okay, well, whatever the
A lot
company
of their
is, if you
productions end up looking like Hanna Barbera because Ruby Spears used to work for them, but it's
right,
Ruby Spears.
but if it's Ruby Spears, then like they pretty much they missed an opportunity, a gold mine, if you will, on making a lot of money because the tragedy of Thundarr the Barbarian is that ratings was great, but the only reason why they never made more episodes was because they wanted to use that budget to make
For
other
something
cartoons.
else. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that
for other
sucks.
like I think that they wanted to focus on cartoons based on their popular
I think it was
sitcoms at the
Happy
time.
Days.
Yep,
Yeah, like
Happy
Happy
Days,
Days,
Laverne and Shirley, and Mork and Mindy. So it's because of those popular sitcoms is why they canceled Thundarr, which
which is stupid because they could have made so much money just making those figures.
yeah, exactly. So, but aside from Gemini, I would love to see this character. Her name is Cinda, and the story behind her is that she was one of three characters designed to defeat a villain, which I'll be covering pretty soon. But the thing I liked about her was that she's another hero that the comic book could talk about, and her whole thing is that she actually has like a special power club. That's kind of like she's almost like the equivalent of Thundarr to a degree, where
Right.
she has like a bit of a special weapon that helps her to fight against evil.
Yeah,
So,
I mean that's a pretty cool design, despite that being a somewhat small picture.
yes,
Like
but
I'm digging the way she looks.
right. Well, there's a reason why I want to see her focus in the comic book as well, because she was a very memorable character. A lot
Yeah,
of these characters I'm talking about, they only appeared in one episode, aside from Gemini.
yeah. Well, I mean
So
he's a villain, so
yeah, her, and there's another villain I would love to see, Lord Argot,
I think I've seen
and
this guy before. Yeah,
he's very he's pretty much like a walking beholder, a creature with multiple eyes.
yeah,
And here's a picture of him. Like again, like I could never forget this character because of the fact he even has eyes on his palms of his hands.
yeah.
So, and then we got this guy. His name is Gorn, and he was a good guy, or like a leader of a village.
Hmm.
But the thing I've always remembered him for was when he was cursed to become this creature.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's almost like a flying, like a gargoyle mixed with a Medusa
Yeah.
with a gauntlet
Wow, that's a
and
creative
snake
design.
hands. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I would love to see the artist is whoever the artist is drawing this comic book tackle this character.
yeah.
So, and him, and there's another character I like that one is Skullus, which is this wizard slash cyborg right here. And one of the things I loved about this guy was the fact that his robot, these creatures. These creatures definitely have like a bit of a Kirby vibe to them.
Yeah, they kind of do. Is it
These
me
would
or
have
is
been
he just
great.
a head in a jar?
Yep, that's the reason why I liked it. This is a very Jack Kirby design. I mean, dude, this is the reason why I
Yeah,
love Jack Kirby so much because he had so much imagination. Like he could just make anything look awesome.
yeah.
So like, and this is another character. So speaking of Cinda, this is the one of three characters does, who joined together to defeat a powerful villain, and one of them is Maya.
Yeah.
And one of her powers is, aside from the fact that she looks her design is based on Egyptian mythology.
Yeah.
The I love her power. She has the power to transmutate herself into any element, like turning herself to
Oh,
stone,
yeah.
vapor, and stuff.
That's cool. Kind of like
Mhm.
Metamorpho.
Yeah, pretty much metamorpho, but as an Egyptian princess.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep. Now, and like I said, one of the three, the other one was Valerie Store.
Yeah.
And her story is that she comes from modern time, transported to the era of the apocalyptic world of Thundarr,
Right.
and she eventually got the power to be turned into an angel.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so like this is kind of like a subgroup within Thundarr, the
Dude, like
mythology.
it's so annoying that they never made like a full fledged figure line.
Yes,
I mean, like, dude, like all these characters look great, and like you don't have to have them all in one wave. But I'm thinking like you could do like let's say for the first wave, you gotta have
you know what,
Thundarr.
Victor? You know what, Victor? Sorry for being that guy with you, but if you like, we can actually let's put a pin on that. And
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Go through the carriages, and then I'll
yes,
make
yes.
my fantasy wish list for
Or
a
better
couple of
yet,
waves of Thundarr.
or better yet, maybe we could hold this for our next episode. So if you're interested, just like, share, subscribe, and maybe we'll be talking
Actually,
about it
yeah,
next
we'll do this
episode.
next episode.
Wink. Yeah, because trust me, I could like
It gives me time
whip
to
up
do
something.
research also.
Yes, yes, gives us time to do research and stuff. So yeah, so sorry, Victor, for like cutting you
Yeah,
off. Let's
it's
put a
all
pin
good.
on that. So
Yeah,
and
no,
so
come back next week and we'll do it next week.
yes. So like this is the three characters I've been referring to, and there's well, you know what? I forgot to even mention Thundar's characters. There's Ukla,
Yeah,
uh, Thundar's companion, which is like a kind of like a man beast, and
or a
and that's
Wookiee.
yep, pretty much a Wookiee, and that's Princess Ariel, the sorceress of the three main characters of Thundarr.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? Before I continue, I just want to make a fun little fact. Ukla, his name,
Oh,
the
I know
way
the
that,
origin of his name, but yeah, go ahead.
yes, would you
Tell him. Yeah,
share?
tell
Oh,
him. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Well, the origins of his name was that the writers actually was traveling certain areas, and they went to see a school called UCLA, and they just pretty much spelled the plate. They called it,
yeah,
so they kind of just made a word as UCLA, which is it's
yeah.
UCLA. Like and the whole
Right,
story is that when these tribes are trying to figure out names, they'll just look at all these random words and just use those words as names for characters and stuff.
right, right,
So like for starters, one of the cities is called Manhattan.
right. Because it's supposed to be Manhattan, but they
Yeah,
dropped the TAN. Yeah.
right. Exactly. So then after that, so let's see. And then there's another character I would love to see. I don't
Whoa.
remember the details of him, but it's just his design is just so memorable. Like his name is Sholo.
Yeah.
And one of the things I've always remembered him for was the fact that he's got this amazing helmet design. I kind of see a lot of Darth Vader vibe.
Yeah,
like
he does have like a Darth Vader. Well, then again, Darth Vader has a lot of like samurai kind of like helmet influence.
Yeah, the influences. But one of the things I've always remembered Sholo for was the fact that he's got this amazing helmet. And you know what you do with an amazing helmet? Well, oh, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. Like that, you'll add more stuff to his helmet.
Oh my god, that's bananas. I mean, that looks cool, but it's bananas.
Exactly. So, but I forgot to mention that like he kind of has like this concept, which is like very popular for certain for some characters, like DC Comics. His character's name is Mr. Terrific. The T
Oh
spheres,
yeah, yeah,
which is so it's kind of like again Jack Kirby's influence and stuff.
yeah,
So like that's one of his weapons, that these floating orbs,
yeah.
Sholo. And here's another character. Oh yeah, the Karoks.
The Power
Uh,
Rocks, yeah.
the reason why I brought these characters up, and I feel very bad, but there was a reference. I forgot the name of help me out with this, Victor. One of the reasons why I brought these characters up was that they remind me of a Ray Harryhausen stop motion movie.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the name of the movie, but yeah, I forgot the name of the movie. But I feel like that these creatures were based
And it's
on
not
that.
Clash of the Titans.
Not Clash of the Titans. Is this other one? I think
The
Emare.
Adventures
I
of
think the name.
Sinbad.
I forgot the name of the creature. It was one of the black and white ones. I think they called the Emare.
I'm not as well versed in Ray Harryhausen. I'm sorry to
Right.
say.
Well, in any case, for our viewers out there, feel free to comment on this monsters that I'm referring to. But this is just something I wanted to bring up, the Karoks. And
Yeah,
so Vashtar. Now,
that's certainly a Kirby design right there.
yes, the helmet and everything, right?
Mostly like to me, like the thing that reeks of Kirby.
The arms,
I make
right?
it sound like that's a bad thing, but it's not.
Yes.
It's the arms. It's the
Yes, the
arms.
arms with these designs. Yes, these
Yeah,
geometric designs.
exactly.
But I would also say the shape of his helmet.
The helmet too, but the arms are what stood out to me. I guess the most because it's most prominent. But yeah, the
Yes,
helmet definitely also is very Kirby esque. Well,
right.
I should say
So
Kirby esque because it is Kirby, but yeah,
yes, it is a
it's
Kirby
Kirby.
design. Like
Yeah,
you can see the Kirbyisms, as you if you will.
yeah, exactly,
But
exactly.
yes, so Vashtar, this is the character that was defeated by these three women I've mentioned to you before.
Right. Oh, okay,
So
okay, cool.
yes, and what I see that's when that's that. Oh my god, that
What is
ship that
that,
would make a great toy design, a
dude? That would
flying
be great for
playset.
like a vehicle or
Yeah,
like a vehicle
playset.
playset. Yeah,
Yes, yes. So, and the other thing I liked was his army. This has been a great army builder character, man.
interesting.
Yeah,
They look like like dummies or for lack of a better term like mannequins, but they're not really mannequin. They're more like like a crash, not even like a crash test dummy, but
yeah.
you get
I
what
know
I'm
what you're
saying.
saying, but what makes them
Yeah,
so creepy is that they have their the eye is pretty much above their head.
yeah, that's an interesting design.
Hmm. And here's another villain I would like to
Sildar.
see show up in the comic book. Yeah. Now the thing about Thundarr the Barbarian cartoon is that we never got any other barbarians showing up in the show.
Right.
So this is what. So when Zolgar came up, I felt like it was a big deal because he himself is a barbarian,
Right.
and he's one of his iconic designs was the the mechanical arm, but like Thundarr, who has the Sun Sword, he had his own magical weapon, which is the Trident. I forgot the name of
Oh,
the weapon.
yeah. You know what? He kind
Hmm.
of reminds me a little bit of Calabac from the New Gods.
Yep, going back to Kirby's influence. I mean,
Well,
the Kirbyisms, I should say,
yeah.
you said.
Right. Yeah.
So, and this is another character I would like to
Morag.
see, Morag.
Oh, I've seen that
And
episode.
yep, so
He's
this
kind
is
of like a
one of
vampire, right?
yep, he was a vampire, and I think this is like there is, surprising. I need to keep bringing this up. This was a kids' cartoon,
Yeah.
and this is like one of the exact. This is one of the episodes that I felt like there was like elements of body horror into this. Like the fact is we had this character, he had one of his, and he has like you said vampires, and he had like flying bats.
Yeah.
And this is the episode where like they were dealing with people. This is pretty much the closest of implying death
Yeah.
in a cartoon.
Yeah. It
Where
was. Go ahead.
where he was like draining the life force of their victims,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they even did
It
it
was
to
yeah, to Ariel.
Ariel. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it was it the way they got around the censors of having like a vampire without being a vampire in this like life draining
It's
effect
crazy, right?
is it's crazy, but like to me, it's also kind of like it's a pretty cool way
If
of
they're
getting around the censors of having a vampire or vampire. Yeah.
yeah, sorry, just you got cut off at my end.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, like it's a very cool way how they got around the censors of like having a vampire but not be a vampire exactly, with all the
Hmm.
blood sucking and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I remember this episode. This was a cool episode. I've only watched a handful over the years of episodes of Thundarr. This is definitely one of them that I watched and I remember very well. Another one that I watched was when they went to Manhattan.
Hmm.
And then there was another one. What was the other one?
I'm
Oh,
wondering.
with the Krogars, where they were like collecting these flowers, because that's what they were doing in that episode, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring up all these other characters like Scorpos, and
Uh,
there's other characters, but the reason why I'm not bringing Scorpos in overall, but just these three characters, and the premise behind them is that this is the equivalent of like I would say is Scorpos and this other character, and one of the things I liked about them was that they all were kind of like they're kind of having like a bet on who has the strongest vehicle. And it kind of reminds me of a little bit like Mad Max to a degree. Like each character has a car, and each car has like their own personality. That one looks like a scorpion, another one looks like a manta ray, and I think the third vehicle is kind of like a giant wheel.
okay. Question:
Hmm.
which one was Scorpos? Because you had
Yeah,
three characters on the screen.
right, right. Okay, Scorpos is this character right here.
The old
I
guy.
for, yes, I forgot the name of him, and I don't remember her either. But he's definitely Scorpos.
Okay. Okay. That's all I wanted to know because, like I said, there's three characters on there. Technically four if you want to count that arm.
That's
It's just
Sholo.
the arm.
That's
Um.
Sholo, by the way. The dude
Oh,
with the
that's
helmet.
Sholo. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so it's from that same episode.
Yes, yes.
Okay, like I said, three characters though. Didn't know which one was Scarpos.
Yes.
See,
So
that
yeah.
would make a great three pack though,
Hmm.
or you sell them individually with these vehicles.
And vehicles, yeah. And if you looked at there's actually alternate characters. So that's army building right there.
Wait, can you go back to that other screen with the two
The manta
vehicles?
ray? Yes, this?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's the same one as the other picture.
Right, yeah. I just wanted to show all these
Yeah.
other vehicles as well. I couldn't get the third vehicle in this
Right. It wasn't clear to
footage.
me if that was the same or not, but okay.
Right. So like let's see, is there any oh you know
That's pretty
what?
cool though.
That's it. That's pretty much all I was able to collect. So
Yeah,
but
dude.
yeah.
Like I'm already like forming like waves in my head of how this line could be and like what the assortment would be. So definitely tune in next week because I'm going to be working on this during the
Yes,
week.
but yeah, like, but the reason why I wanted to bring this up, the reason why I wanted to talk about the Thundarr comic, and granted, I don't have many details, but it's just the reason why I'm so excited is that I really did love the show, and
Yeah,
the potential of what this comic book can be, and hopefully what this could lead to in the future.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Hopefully, it will lead to things like licensing new items, because like we technically did get new like figures for Thundarr, but it was just Thundarr, Ariel, and Ukla, and that
Right,
was
like
like,
from a collector's line.
yeah, in like the late '90s.
I
You know,
remember that.
yeah, I remember it too. Um, but it wasn't my scale, so I'm like, eh.
Right. I don't
See,
know,
and
dude.
obviously, when I plan out this line, it's gonna be like 3 3/4. I don't know if I'm
Or
gonna go with the O.
5.5.
I don't know if I'm gonna go with the O ring option or just the 5 POA option. But like I've already got ideas for assortments in my head, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I could do five. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it so that it can fit into any scale. And when I say any scale, I mean like 3.75 or 5.5. Like it could
Right,
be
right.
either or, because I would rather have it in 3.75, but 5.5 does make sense also because it plays well with things like Masters of the Universe. And notice I said
Yeah.
plays well, like I did that on purpose.
Right, right, right. Yeah, like personally, I'm actually inspired to actually do some customs and make like a Thundarr
Yeah,
uh, out of like a MotU book.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I wanna reach out to some like 3D sculptors now. Be like, hey, you want to work on a Thundarr line?
Yeah, yeah.
But there's also something else that I've been working on in the back of my head lately. That's 3.75, which technically the line is still 3.75 originally, but like I want to like push it more towards what the original designer for the toy line had intended. Because I feel like this toy line, and it's a Hasbro toy line, so
Right.
I know you're probably gonna know it, and some of our fans may know it, but it's a line that like I feel like it's very underrated because of um the lore is amazing. It's a lot of fun, and like the heroes got kind of like they weren't done very well because like the intentions of the designer I don't think were inherently clear. But if
Mm-hmm.
you read the bios and like yeah the bios for like
The
the
bios, yeah.
for the heroes, it, if you look at it almost like from an anime point of view, it works. But if you look at it as a toy translated into what eventually became a cartoon, there's a bit of a disconnect. But I don't want to go any further into it. But you might know what I'm talking about.
Right, right, right.
Like even without me saying, I think you might know which line I'm talking about.
Yeah, I have to look into it and stuff. But I feel like the moment you give me little more details, I'll probably connect the dots eventually and just see the potential of what you're talking about.
Oh well, I mean, I guess I could tell you.
You can tell me
Oh,
off
I'll
camera
just
if you
tell
like.
you. No,
All
no,
right,
I'll,
go
I'll
for it.
just tell you now. No, it's just like it's in humanoids. It's in
Ah,
humanoids, but it's not the Inhumanoids themselves. It's Earth Core, because the thing
mm,
is, those are all supposed to be like power suits. But like,
right.
but the reason why they have those small heads is because they're supposed to be in scale with like GI Joe figures.
Would you like
But
to
the
show some
way,
pictures of the Inhumanoids so for our viewers?
of course, I would always love to show off pictures of Inhumanoids
Yes.
figures and whatnot for our watch viewers. But yeah, like guys like this, yeah, you know, guys like Augur, right here,
Auger,
you know,
yeah.
he's like, let's do that.
You
Keep
know,
going to
fun little fact. When I was a kid, uh, I didn't know what auger meant, but I kind of want. So when I did like little fan fictions with auger, I changed his name to
Mhm.
Monster Suit because yeah, Monster Suit because like if you notice, out of all of them, his armor is the only one that looks organic. Hence
Yeah.
the name Monster Suit.
Yeah, yeah. That kind of, I can kind of see what you're saying,
Yeah,
but
but again, this is Kid Rob's perspective.
yeah, 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 absolutely. But like the tiny little head, like it just kind of doesn't make sense. Like, where did the arms go? Especially in the cartoon. Like in the cartoon, it
Right.
looks like it was almost form fitting to them. And the toys, I mean, Augur may not be the best example, but someone like Liquidator, where like he's supposed to have like 53 gallons of like liquid nitrogen and other chemicals in his leg armor. Like
Yeah,
it
where do you
just
store all of that?
exactly. These are supposed to be more like power suits. You know, and
Right.
like the designer David McDonald had like was influenced by some anime which I can't remember the name of, but it was basically like a robot suit, and that's what he was trying to do with these guys with Earth Core. I mean,
Hmm.
and like the reason why like with Augur, like it's Augur is supposed to have like enhanced muscles, which is why it all looks like this, like with all these
Right.
striations, but like if you
Organic.
look at someone like Liquidator, it's totally different. It's the same
Hmm.
thing with Herc Armstrong. Um, let's do this. Inhumanoids. Come on. What are you?
So while you're looking at it, yeah, I'll share my thoughts on Inhumanoids. That's another one of those like made for kids but geared towards adults. I mean, well, no, not geared towards adults. Like it felt very, it not felt very. It what the writers intended to make it very adult because the time slot that was in.
The time slot was like 10:30 in the morning here in New York
Yeah, but
on a
there was a
Sunday.
time slot, but yeah, it was on a Sunday, and I think the other reason was that the I forgot who, but the producers, they didn't care about what was planned for Inhumanoids because they already canceled it. So the writers were just saying, you know what, let's just have fun with the
Yeah,
episodes, and they just made it
yeah,
like a very adult. But I feel like the fact that they made it adult just made it stand the test of time.
yeah. I mean, I can't speak for every other kid out there in America, but when Inhumanoids came on, dude, I freaking loved it. I thought it was.
Yeah, I
I
was
still think it's
glued.
great. Like
Yes.
it's awesome. Like this is why like this is one of those projects that like I really want to work on and like try and like update it more towards what the designer had intended. The
Right.
designer being David McDonald, who has a Facebook page.
Hmm.
I will put the link in the description for his Facebook page if you're interested in finding out more about Inhumanoids. But yeah, like Liquidator is one like his tiny little head, like it's supposed to be like a power suit, but like even if it was like form fitting, like his torso would be like up to the where this red triangle is,
Yep.
and then like that would be his waist, and then his legs, which would break under the pressure of these upper legs and the armor
Yeah.
moving
Yeah.
back and forth. So like like my idea is to sort of like widen out the torso,
Right.
and maybe make the torso also a little bit longer and the legs a little bit stubbier,
Right.
like
To make
not,
it believable.
yeah, yeah, exactly. At least make it believable, like they're wearing an exo armor, and not like form fitting armor. I mean, the way they're drawn on the show, it's almost like they're Iron Man, but that's not the actual intention. It's
Right.
was meant to be. Plus, they really simplified a lot of the designs on the show. But like, if you look at just at this picture, you can see there's way more detail
Hmm.
on Liquidator here. You know, um. So yeah, like that's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I want to see if I can find some 3D sculptures I could work with, get them produced.
Yeah,
And
and Herc.
it,
I really loved his character too with the grappling hook.
oh yeah, Herc Armstrong, aka Hooker. Yeah, that's his actual code name.
Yes.
Look at that tiny goofy little head. You
Yeah.
know.
I remember when it came to the show, they actually had like a Mary Sue moment with him to show that he's how much of a badass he was. That when it came to his grappling hook, they actually did the sound effect of Megatron's fusion cannon. Uh, that you'll hear the sound effect of the fusion cannon shoot out every time he fires his grappling hook.
I never
And
noticed, but now that oh man, this is one
watch
of
it.
those
You're
shows
gonna
that I've
hear
watched numerous times. Yeah,
yes,
not watch. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna hear it, and then I'm not gonna be able to unhear it.
right. Yeah, I'll even give you a hint on what it's actually in the pilot, the pilot
Okay.
movie.
Yeah.
Is it like the pilot? It was like that 5-part movie they made, and it's the
Right.
episode where he was hanging out with Greenock, fighting what's his name, Metlar. Metlar's stone warriors.
Yeah.
You'll hear it. You can't. I mean, like you can't unhear it the moment like
Yeah.
you'll catch it when you hear like Megatron's fusion cannon just shoot out every time he's like firing the grappling hook.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Look at all these details, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Like, you know what else actually also really helps as far as like what my ideas are for this show or for
Mm-hmm.
this toy line is like
Yes.
I've been trying to figure out how exactly to make it look like a power armor, and then they came out with the snake armor for classified. I'm like, yes, this is how it's going to work. You have to widen it out and maybe make the torso a little bit shorter or a little bit longer, you
Right.
know, and definitely make the legs shorter because these legs are way too long. I don't know what they were thinking there back in like 1985, but
Well, simplifying things just to make sure they can get it out.
yeah, it's I guess yeah.
It's it's one of those losses you got to take in order to get a product out.
Yeah, I mean, but sometimes you can't. You shouldn't rush like quality. You shouldn't sacrifice quality over quantity,
I
in my
agree.
opinion.
I
But
get where you're
there is
coming
a
from.
fine line. Like there is. I know there is definitely like a sort of like a line that you have to be like, okay, well,
The
enough is
middle
enough.
ground.
Yeah,
Right.
you got to find that middle ground.
And we have to remind ourselves that this Twilight got canceled.
I mean, yeah, it's a shame because
Yes,
aside from these goofy faces, it was a really cool
yeah,
line.
but I really did like the line. I love the show. Like it was just such I would almost say it's almost like an anthology series to a degree because it was just such a mix of everything. When I say anthology, because like there's a group of humans and there's like it's just such a eclectic. That's the word I would say. It's like
Yeah,
just
yeah, because anthology is Super Sunday, which is where it stemmed from, where it's
right,
telling a bunch of stories in one like 30-minute block.
right. But yes,
Eclectic is the word.
eclectic.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just just such random ideas, just they all mixed into one place, like a
yeah,
like almost like a blender.
yeah. But
The tree
it's
man,
super cool. Yeah, the granite.
yep. I wish we saw more of the toys come out, like that chicken, like the villain with the
Oh,
chicken armor.
that's Blackthorn Shore. Actually,
Yeah, the
that's a
villain.
very good reason as to why you should follow David McDonald on Facebook because he has a Facebook
Yeah, because
group.
he had the prototypes, right?
Exactly. He has the prototypes. He has the prototypes for Tank. He has the prototypes for Saberjet, Nightcrawler. Not to be confused with Marvel's Nightcrawler, but
Right.
there's a character named Nightcrawler. And I know there's
And then
been prototypes of Slither and
Slither, and then
Gargoyle.
a gag oil, the creature that eats.
It's everything. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. For anyone who's interested, we highly recommend checking out Inhumanoids. Like it's timeless if you ask me. The show because
Oh, absolutely.
like it doesn't matter what age you are. Like the show is geared towards you. Like it was like I can watch this as an adult and appreciate it because there's a lot of body horror and stuff. And then there's
I wouldn't
times
say
when you
there's a
just want to
lot of
watch
body
it.
horror, but there definitely is some body horror.
Right. Yeah, but it's like a type of show where you watch and you there's a part you just want to question how were they able to get away with this stuff.
Easy. They didn't care what the writers did.
Right, exactly. That's the point I was trying to make. Like it's just the history of Inhumanoids. Like
Yeah,
they're like in some ways I feel like it they were so bold because of the fact that they knew the show was going to get canceled.
yeah.
So and but there's a part of me as I say, man, I wish this show continued. But if it didn't continue, we wouldn't get this bold writing for the last
No,
few
no.
episodes.
And might I add also, it is the one show out of 4 different shows that Hector Ramirez is the most prominent in. And Hector
Yeah,
Ramirez, say what you will about him, but he is a great character in my opinion, and he should have a Reaction Plus figure made of him.
he's almost like what Phil Coulson was to the first phase of Marvel Cinematic Universe.
You want to elaborate on that, buddy?
Well, Phil Coulson, he was kind of like the connective tissue for phase 1 of Marvel Cinematic Universe. So he's a character that's just constantly reoccurring within.
Okay. I get what you're getting at. It's not
I'm not
as deep
saying
as I thought you were making it out to be, but
it's
okay.
not as I'm not saying it's 100 accurate, but I'm just
No,
saying
no,
that
it's no, yeah. Like I said, I get what you're saying. It's just not as deep as I thought you intended it to be. Like
you
it's
know
not.
at times like this I'm just plain and simple.
Yeah, which is totally fine. I'm not offended or anything. It's just I don't know why I thought maybe you were going to go deeper into it, but
Right.
no, because like Phil Coulson, you're right in a way. He's but like the difference between Phil Coulson and Hector Ramirez is that like they're like surface level, like Hector Ramirez surface level. Phil Coulson is deeper. Like
Right.
he that. But I
But from a
thought you were trying
layman,
to imply there was a deeper
right.
connection other than
Right.
just him appearing on the shows.
Yes,
You
I was
know?
approaching it as a layman, if
Yeah.
you will.
No. Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
totally fine.
but I would say when it came to Hector Ramirez, there was always that question of the possibility of a crossover with all these lines.
I mean, dude, like Chuck Dixon, I think who created him for Hasbro Sunbow, he almost got away with putting him in My Little Pony, but they wouldn't let him. So that would have been 5 different IPs that were owned by Hasbro with Hector
Yes,
Ramirez, but we only got 4. So
yeah. And for
oh
anyone
well.
interested, and just to add the little details of Hector Ramirez, he was based on a real life uh, reporter named Geraldo Rivera,
That's right.
who was like very what would be the right term? Very like forward. Uh, Trying to think blunt on his reporting style.
Yeah, I guess that's one way of putting it.
Yeah, again, that's the only word that could come to mind. But so, anyways, Victor, looking at the time, you want to call for a break?
Yeah. I was gonna say that. Let's take a little break, and when we get back, we'll talk about whatever else is relevant.
Yeah, like
But
Transformers and MotU.
yeah, because that's usually what we talk about. But yeah, there's a little Hector Ramirez before you go. Obviously, he was in Transformers. On the left, that's from
Can you
scene from GI
can you zoom
Joe.
it? Can you blow it up a bit?
So let's see. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. That's enough.
Yeah. So Transformers, GI Joe on the left here. Below that on the left is from Inhumanoids, where he had a show
Hmm.
called 20 Questions, and this is from an episode of Gem. I don't know which one because I haven't seen all
Right.
of them in a while, but yeah, Gem, Inhumanoids, Transformers, and GI Joe. All right, all you Hector Ramirez fans, we'll see you in a bit after the break.
Decomposed traps Liquidator, but the mighty Granites, friends of the Earth Core, attack the evil Inhumanoid, forcing him back into the Earth.
Inhumanoids. The evil that lies within.
Your friends can't help you now. But the leader of the Granites can. Venom! Your evil ways are over. Escape on the Terror Scout. Thanks, Grana.
Granarch, other figures and vehicles sold separately from Hasbro.
Inhumanoids.
From the hideous corridors of the Fright Zone come Hordak's Agents of Evil. Dragstore, part evil warrior, part deadly vehicle, the demon of speed. Multibot multiplies and retakes 22 movable parts, making for multiple terror. Horde Trooper, the mindless robotic enforcer, he's cracking up. Mantisaur, the gruesome insectoid steed. Hordak rides him through anything. You can complete your evil horde with this gang of destruction, each sold separately. And remember, you can get King Randor free when you buy any 3 Masters of the Universe figures.
Hello and welcome back to the Deep Cut Fandom Podcast. I hope you enjoyed that little break. God knows I did enjoy finding anything to hear on that break. And just for the record, just so that you know, like 99% of the time, I'm the one who's doing the breaks. So if you're really enjoying the commercial breaks, well, I hope you're enjoying them. Anyway,
Yeah, and if you like, comment on what you like to see in future episodes.
for the break,
Yeah, like let the viewers.
yes, I will take recommendations.
Yeah, but before we
Anyway.
continue going forward, Victor, would you like to just end the whole Hector Ramirez saga by sharing your story where you met Flynn from Super 7?
Well, I mean, yeah, like I met Brian Friend at Joe Fest this year, and I was like like I kind of rushed through it, my whole discussion with him, but for the most part, I was like, dude, you got to make Hector Ramirez, and he was pretty much like, okay, like not okay as in like okay he's gonna make it. He's like okay, like duly noted, okay,
Right. It's like a vague, like it's neither a confirmation or
or
just an
denial,
acknowledgement.
right? Yeah,
Just an acknowledgement.
Yeah, just an acknowledgement that there is a demand for Hector Ramirez. Be it, I
Yeah.
may be the only one, but I doubt I'm the only one that's asking for Hector Ramirez. So, hopefully somewhere down the line in the GI Joe Reaction Plus line, we'll get a Hector Ramirez.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when you actually, I'm not gonna say I know Brian Flynn like this, but I would
Right?
say based on his track record, he always seems to lean towards the obscure. So, and
Would you say he leans towards the deep cuts?
exactly.
No, yeah, that is definitely like their mission statement.
Right.
I mean, not in so little words, but yeah, go for the deep cuts. So yeah, hopefully we'll see him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a rumored Wave 6 for Reaction Plus. It includes Mara, which is like this. She's not amphibious, but she's kind of like a fish person,
Mhm.
a mermaid, if you will. That
Is it the
shows
blue
up
skin
in one.
girl
Yeah,
or the purple
exactly.
skin girl?
Yeah, her. Like 2 Arctic figures, and I can't remember who the 4th figure is in a rumored Wave 6. But like Mara's the one that stood out because, like I said, she's a deep cut,
Right.
and like I think it was like no, it wasn't Destro. I think it was Major Blood and like Scarlet in Arctic gear, which is fine because like most Joes don't have Arctic gear unless it's like an Arctic Trooper
Yeah.
like Snow Job,
Yes. Yes.
or Blizzard. But so yeah, I don't mind like snow, Arctic gear guys or like
Of course,
pilot
those are
suits,
deep
like,
cuts themselves, if you ask me.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
by the way, Victor, you know what's a deep cut?
What?
The most recent reveals of from MotU line.
Yeah.
So like we got the catalog that showed up for next wave of cartoon collection, and for some reason we got this little surprise, which was right there, the little all the way in the corner, another release of sketchbook series characters.
Yeah, courtesy of
and-
the Masters of the Universe Masters Instagram.
Yes, and that's the reason why it got blocked with all these texts. But I was able to get some clearer images.
Had you told me you were going to use this, I would have been like, I have a nicer version.
I know, but I think it would be a nice little. I was thinking about
Surprise.
that. A nice,
Yeah.
but I think it would be kind of like a more organic approach if I actually used the very first screen I saw of this
Yes.
reveal.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm digging the sketchbook series right now.
Yes. So, and talk about deep cuts, we got Mark Taylor's approach to He-Man, as well as his approach to Man-E-Faces.
Yeah.
And I actually was able to get some pictures out. So, like, we get clear images of He-Man.
That looks cool. Like,
Yeah.
I am definitely getting that.
I'm wondering, is this going to be a 2-pack?
I doubt it, but no, I doubt it.
Yeah, I'm wondering. That's just my thoughts on is it going to be a 2-pack or not?
I mean, I'm not opposed to getting the 2-pack if it's a 2-pack.
Right.
only because I do like that Manny Faces. Like I feel like he has a bit of like an Egyptian vibe to him.
Yes. Well, let's put a pin on that for now because we're gonna be talking about Manny Faces later. But I just want to talk
Well,
about
no, I know.
He-Man.
I was just that's all I was gonna say.
I got you. Well, yeah, there's more details on Manny Faces, but I'm just curious about He-Man, and I'm wondering if that helmet is removable and stuff.
Hard to tell, but I would venture a guess and say no.
I hope it is. That's all I could say.
Okay.
But because, like, for me, I kind of, if I were to get my hands on this figure, I'd most likely repurpose him as a as Conan.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Conan has worn helmets before in the past, so it's not
Yes.
like you can't just
But
have him wearing a helmet. But I
you
dig
know,
it just as it is.
yeah. But he's got a nice mix of parts, like all original. I see a lot of original parts with this character.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, but before we continue with Manny Faces, I at least want to show some of the pictures I was able to collect on this He-Man. Like, I kind of see a lot of Vicron in him.
Yeah.
So him, and this is now the interesting thing about this He-Man figure is that it's not just a design of Mark Taylor. It's like I feel like it's kind of like a mix of all the sketches he made on He-Man. Like
Right.
I see little details of this character, like maybe the belt, and I see some details on this He-Man. Most likely the color, because like this is the only He-Man I was able to find with where the harness is brown, and there's a shield right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And just on a side note, on Coach 3D, that axe has been made because I 3D printed one of those axes.
nice. Oh, before I continue forward, I want to point out that all these images I was able to collect was from Battleman blog.
Battle Ram. Yeah.
Battle
okay.
Ram blog. My
Yeah.
my mistake.
They're a really good blog. I've been there before.
Right. But here's another picture that I was able to collect, which is I feel this one's kind of like the most accurate to Mark Taylor's the toy we're getting. Like you see
Yeah.
the wrist.
Yeah, I mean this is most likely the one that they used for the sketchbook series,
Right.
because like you could see even down to like the sandals,
Mm-hmm.
are pretty much
And
the
shin
same.
guards.
Yeah, the shin guards too. Yeah, like the whole thing.
Right.
Like even like the exaggerated loincloth. Like it's not just like the regular loincloth that are
Yep.
on the Origins or even the Cartoon Collection figures. It's like it might just be like something that it's right on top, but it's not. They just didn't say, okay, we'll give them the loincloth crotch and that's that.
Right.
But
But also,
they
like,
put a
the
little bit
square-
extra into it. Yeah.
The square bracers.
Yeah.
It's just not the helmet, but it's like everything else, including the axe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, personally, I feel like it's kind of like an amalgamation of a lot of his designs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's pretty cool though.
Yeah, so like I think it's an amazing. Yeah, like there's so much about this He-Man. Like for me, I would probably repurpose him as Conan.
Yeah. That's totally fine. He does look Conan-esque.
Yeah,
But yeah, either way, like I would get him. I would
yeah.
get
I
him.
mean, I love the shield and everything.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, now we can talk about
The
Manny
Manny
Faces.
faces.
And yeah, at first, now here's the interesting thing. At first, like you, I kind of saw a lot of Egyptian vibes to him.
Mm-hmm.
But I later did some research, and now this Manny Faces, like like at face value, I could see that they repainted the original Manny face. I mean the
torso. And
yeah,
the
the
head?
torso, like the first release of the Origins Manny Faces.
Right.
Maybe the comic book version that they released,
Mhm.
because I can see that that's what the helmet is based on, and
Right.
that's usually like reuse of older parts. Like that's definitely the He-Man arms.
Oh
And
yeah.
and the feet, the boots, that's original.
Okay. I
And
was
I'm
thinking
wondering,
maybe WWE universe, but maybe WWE Eternia. But yeah, it could just be original.
right. And this poncho, I'm hoping it's soft goods.
Yeah, me too.
And that this scepter, that's definitely original.
That's new, but it's probably inexpensive to tool. So
Right. But the thing is, at first I thought it was Egyptian, like you, but I did some research and I found out that based on his notes, this is the actual Mark Taylor
Motel
design.
notes, yeah.
That he said right here that Mark mentioned that this design was inspired by indigenous Mesoamerican.
Oh, okay.
Mesoamerican, which in terms Aztec.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
more of an Aztec design than an Egyptian. Like like I thought it was Egyptian at first, but now that they're saying it's Aztec, I'm like, oh, I can see that, especially
Yeah.
with the poncho.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So, and here are some examples of the faces that we could be getting. So, I mean,
Interesting.
I'm interested. Yeah, I'm hoping we get this one because look how bizarre this one is, man. It's like a pig with three
Kinda like,
eyes.
or like a elephant with 3 eyes. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like some sort of snouted creature, and then I'm assuming that one on the left is the one that's on the prototype for the picture.
right. Like the base face, if you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way. It's a pretty cool figure. Like I'd get him.
Right.
You know. I feel like so far in the sketchbook series, there's only been like one character where I'm like, meh, and that's been Spikor, because Spikor, he is different, but he's not different enough to me where I'm like, yeah, like I want that. Like I think I didn't even think it looks cool, to be honest. He just kind
Personally, I
of looks
like
like a
the tail.
porcupine guy, you know. Like I don't know.
I like the tail from that figure.
All right.
I'm just saying.
No, I know. That's why I'm like, all
showing
right.
my
Like
thoughts.
I'm not gonna. Honestly, I didn't even. I think I forgot that there's a tail.
Mhm.
Um,
Because you haven't
but-
seen the back, so you're mostly focused on the front.
No, I've seen the back. Because I thought about it while you were talking, and I'm like,
Right.
yeah, he does have a tail. I guess I forgot, but I didn't forget.
Right.
Either way, like I'm like, meh. He's mid.
I get you.
I find him
But-
to be mid. I mean, if you like him, that's cool. I'm not gonna hold that against you. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, because like I'm buying guys like Iguana's here or Iguana, you know, from Galaxy Fighters.
Right.
You know, and whatever. Like, I'm not gonna shit on someone just because they like sketchbook Spike work.
Right. But going back to these new figures, like they
Yeah.
are very inspiring.
Yeah. No, they're
So-
pretty cool, man. I dig them.
Yeah. And I just wanted to share some other sketches I found from the Battle Ram blog on Mark Taylor. And this is another character design that they were working on when it came to Manny Faces.
Oh,
A
okay.
character called Mascara.
Mascara. Okay.
Yeah.
That just basically. Oh, Mascara. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a play on mascara, which is the Spanish word for mask.
Yeah. But at the same time, I kind of hear mascara at the same time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mascara. Yeah.
But I think they were kind of.
Go ahead.
I think they were kind of playing on the fact that they wanted to make this character Hispanic because of the Aztec theme for him.
Maybe. Yeah.
So then they kind of were playing on the idea of calling him Mascara.
Yeah.
So this is another potential idea for Manny Faces. And the thing I thought was kind of interesting was that Mark Taylor's wife got into it, and this is her designs on this kind of the concept of a multi-face character for the. And if you look at it, the arms and the legs is what actually carried over.
I was about to say that, yeah, to the final product.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
I mean, didn't put the legs, but the thighs definitely.
Right. Well, it's very inspired by it.
Yeah. Well, I meant for the final Manny Faces that we got.
Right. I get what you're
Right.
saying.
Okay.
But yeah, not only that, she also designed this other character that I kind of wish that maybe Mark Taylor that the sketchbook series would cover, like this dude.
Interesting.
You know, where it's just this lizard head and stuff.
Yeah.
So ultimately, sketchbook series is just such a very what's the word I would say? Just just a very random series that we're getting. Like just like the ideas that they're picking is there's no rhyme or reason. I'm not saying in a bad way, but it's
Yeah.
like all over the place, man.
Well, I mean, they're looking at stuff from past employees' sketchbooks and whatnot when it came to designing these figures, and I don't know. I'm sure there's some sort of grand design. They're just like, I wouldn't be surprised if those boots on that Manny Faces shows up somewhere else on a new character.
Right.
You know.
And the sandals from that
Oh,
He-Man
for the
character.
He-Man, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
kind of want to get it just for those sandals alone.
Yeah, and like always, it's like I always say, it's a matter of a when, not necessarily if.
Right. And imagine the mix pack we'll most likely be getting next year.
Dude.
On what they could make with what kind of new characters they can make with all those random parts.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like there are parts that are like either have come out or will come out that will eventually give us someone like Dragstore, or Blade or Saurod, like characters we haven't seen yet that are considered part of the main line.
Well, Dragstore is on his way.
Well, fair point. I was just citing.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
all the characters you top of your head. Like,
yeah.
I'm hoping that this will eventually lead to the more obscure characters like Twistoid and Roton.
Okay, those two guys in particular, as much as I would love to be like, yeah, I feel like they're distinct enough where they're going to have to settle with either making new characters of those types of whatever race they are, because they're going to get twofers out of those, as you like to put them.
Right. But I'm sure,
go ahead.
I'm sure, like, specific parts, like maybe we'll see a figure with these new arms. Say, "Oh my God, that's Roton's arms," and then or something.
I mean,
that.
That's a possibility. If I remember correctly, though, their arms were a bit on the thinner side, so it'd probably have to be a character that's not as big. But yeah, that definitely a possibility.
Well,
so that might be something to look forward to.
Right. Well, I don't think the size of the original toy is going to affect it, because look at
well, I was talking more in terms of
he got beefed up. He got beefed up, man.
That's true. No, but like his arms got.
I own the vintage Modulok. That dude is thin as heck.
His arms aren't really that thin, though.
Dude. It's like it's almost.
It's not like Cartoon Collection thin.
Oh yeah, it's thinner than that.
Wait, did you say Mantena?
Modulok.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, okay, never mind. Sorry, disregard what I said.
Modulok.
I was thinking of, I don't know why, but I was thinking of Mantena. It's my fault. My fault.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm using like Modulok.
Modulok, yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, I was using Modulok because like he originally was designed as like a very thin character. But
and they beefed him up.
they beefed him up. They gave him muscles and stuff. He went to the gym.
I know. That's why, like, when Frogmonger came out, like I was so uncertain that they were gonna use him for Modulok. But when he came out, I'm like, son of a bitch, I was wrong. They used him for Modulok.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's just, again, like, we're talking about characters that haven't been made yet. So
yeah, exactly.
But so let's get to checking out some stuff that we know is being made. We're getting some leaked pictures on some upcoming product on Cartoon Collection, and honestly, I noticed that a lot of websites are showing these pictures, but there's a part of me that's I don't know, like I can't help but feel it's 3D generated. I could be wrong, but it was just so strange that these figures came out. I mean, popped up and stuff. So
where did this? What's the source of this?
I believe I need to make notes on where I found these pictures, but I think I found this on either He-Mania, I think is the name of the website.
Oh, okay.
So it's a follow up to the last discussion we had in the last episode, where I found out confirmed rumors, not
right. Well, the rumors
from Toy Habits.
Yeah,
They were reporting that they were going to be that they got details on an upcoming cartoon collection Randor and Queen Marlena, and the details do reflect what we were talking about. It's King Randor with the scepter.
Okay, yeah. So 2 things, maybe 3. One, I know that Toy Habits has reliable sources.
Yes.
But 2, I don't know if these images are from that same reliable source, because and I question this King Randor
Ray
in particular.
Randor.
Exactly. Okay, if it's like, so Rey is king in Spanish.
Right.
So why is this in Spanish, or is it like a multilingual card?
Right.
Because there's a second Rey there, but it's Rei.
Again, that's why I'm pondering if these are even real.
Yeah. I mean, I know you haven't shown it, but I have seen the Marlena images, and that one looks a little bit more legit, but I'm not sure. And you know me, like, as far as like, despite knowing that Toy Habits does have credible sources,
this is not Toy Habits, by the way. I want to make that clear.
That's not from Toy Habits, right?
I did not find these pictures. I don't remember fully where I found these pictures.
Okay,
but I know for a fact it wasn't Toy Habits. So
no, that's fine. Okay, but still they reported that, like
right
that they're coming out. So I just want to make that distinction where, like, I'm not saying I don't believe them. I just don't believe. Still knowing that this isn't from them, I don't believe this is necessarily legit. Like, I'm on the fence, and more so on the Randor than on the Marlena, because Marlena was a bit more believable looking.
Yes, which is that one right there.
Exactly. But that King Randor, it's like, why is it at least in 1, maybe 2 different languages for the King Randor?
Yeah, and not to be really picky, but it's just, it doesn't look cartoon accurate to me.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
The face, it's on the face.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
so I just wanted
it's kind of there, but not 100%. But yeah,
exactly.
No, I mean, if these are legit, that's cool. No matter what, I'm going to want the Marlena before I get the Randor.
Definitely the Marlena. Look at that, dude.
Because I have that like 2000X / Young Randor, and eventually I'll get the regular like version. So I don't feel like I need another King Randor, and I, honestly, like, I find the cartoon collection one a little derpy. Just a skosh.
Yeah, but again, this may not be real. So,
but yeah, yet again, that may not be real. Exactly.
But I'm hoping this is real. Look at this; looks pretty good, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, she even has a helmet, so that I feel like that may legitimize it a bit. Plus, it says Queen Marlena, heroic queen of Eternia.
Right.
Like, to me, that if this is like some like fake AI generated thing, it's a very well done AI generated thing.
Yeah.
Because it looks legit, but for now I will treat it as a rumor.
Right.
And
pure speculation.
Exactly.
So, but the thing is, like, Toy Habits, they did, based on their resources, on their on the people they're talking to, they said that they have some confirmation on what they believe is the new waves of 2000X edition of Cartoon Collection.
Right.
And one of the things they have details on is wave 4 of Cartoon Collection 2000X edition.
Yeah.
And one character is already confirmed, which is Roboto.
Yeah, we've known about that for a while.
Right. But the question was which 3 basic figures would he come with? And based on the details we're getting, it's going to be Orko, Tila, and Merman.
Right. And that's not a bad lineup.
Yep, yep, yep. I find it interesting that Tila and Orko are in the same wave when in Mondo's line, they're releasing a Tila themselves with
Mm-hmm.
which comes with an Orko. And also in that same wave
Like
is
it's a
Merman.
pack-in?
So yeah, for the Mondo edition of Tila, 2000X Tila, she's coming with Orko.
Right.
And in her wave, Merman's coming is also going to be released in the Mondo wave, which is wave
Interesting.
2.
Yeah.
And I just find it purely coincidental
Yeah.
that wave 4 from Mattel's version of the
Yeah.
line.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they talked about that.
Why does Merman
I mean,
look sad there?
Yeah.
It's sad Merman.
Yeah, I think he's sad because he's outnumbered.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Roboto, Tita, and Orko. Even if you take out Orko, he's still outnumbered.
Definitely.
Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. Especially especially he's in between Tila and Roboto.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So,
Hey,
yes.
refresh my memory real quick. We didn't see like prototypes from Merman, right? At I think it was New York Comic Con. No, right?
No. The
Okay,
only
yeah.
characters we've seen was the characters we talked about before, which is wave 1 through 3, and
Oh,
Roboto.
this is wave 4, right?
Yeah, this
okay.
is wave 4.
Right.
Based on details and like that Toy Habits was able to collect from
Right.
like
It's 3 figures per wave and a deluxe, right?
right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That would
So-
yeah. Okay.
So not only that, but they were able to find some details on wave 5.
Oh, really?
Yes,
That's
and
news to me.
again, like this is just speculation on my part, but I'm
Mhm.
assuming this is most likely to be like year 2 of Cartoon Collection
Most
2000X.
likely,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the wave 5 is speculated to have Web Store,
Nice.
Buzz Off, and Keldor.
Very cool.
Right. And they're able to get some details on what each figure comes with. So for Web Store, he actually comes with extra arms.
Okay. Those bug leg arms.
Yep, the extra appendages.
Mm-hmm.
Buzz Off, he comes with an axe, as well as the wings, I
Nice.
might add.
Yeah.
And Keldor, he comes with the cape and that sword that can actually split into 2.
Right. The OG power sword.
Right. Yeah, well, it was supposed to be, yeah. But if it's a power sword that came with Skeletor, I'm not really interested in that one because they
Oh, the one that doesn't separate.
well okay, let me a
Rephrase.
few steps back. The 2000X edition of Skeletor that's being released on wave 3, I believe, of this toy line.
Mm-hmm.
It does the split in 2 like the cartoon.
Right.
But the one thing they did was, I'm guessing in order to save cost, is that both swords are the exact opposite. Like it's pretty much the same sword, but they just flipped it.
Uh-huh.
The original sword was one sword supposed to look evil, the other sword is supposed to look good. So
Right.
it's combined it together. So, but instead they just made them both halves exactly mirror each other.
Yeah. Didn't realize that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picky like that. Again, this 2000X is my line, so.
Yeah.
So, but I feel it's a big deal for Keldor to be released in this line because I can't speak for you, Victor, but this is when it came to the 2000X cartoon. This is the first time I've seen Skeletor before he became Skeletor
As a figure?
as a character in the show.
Well,
I'm talking
that's
about the
because-
cartoon.
Because that's the first time he appeared in any sort of media.
Right, so this is kind of
No,
like,
yeah.
you know.
No,
So
it's a big deal to me
version.
too.
Yeah.
Because the thing is also is like, if I remember correctly, I think it
Mhm.
was in one of the, I'm gonna call it New Adventures, though we all know the line was just called He-Man mini
Right.
comics. They alluded to Keldor, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, so don't at me.
Oh yes, they did allude it to. I just don't remember
Okay.
which issue it was because I never read it.
But it was
I
one
just,
of the mini comics, right?
right. It was one of the mini
from
comics.
He-Man.
It was implied.
Right. So like we'd never gotten like an image of what he actually looks like. So like that's why like much like you, like this is an important figure to me because it's how we found out what he looks like.
Right.
You know?
Yes, and yeah. Then when it comes to Buzz Off, that's a. I always he was an interesting character too, but man, that web store.
Honestly, I love, as the kids call it, the glow up on both of those guys from the Four Horsemen. So like that, to sort of see the animated toy versions, or excuse me, the animated versions of those characters, come to life in 3D as an action figure.
Yes, and
Like,
took full
they're
advantage of
great.
them being insects.
Yeah. They really amped up the whole bug aspect to it, which I
Yep.
really enjoy and appreciate. So like,
They gonna look like great figures. I mean, I
Yeah.
hope they're great figures if the rumors are true. I mean,
honestly, like, this is a hard way for me to be like, okay, I want to get this one first, or I want to get that one first, because
yeah,
they're all great figures. They, like first appearance. This first appearance of Keldor. Basically, we got the
Right.
glow ups on the Buzz Off and
Web Store.
Web Store. Thank you. Like, it's
Yeah.
hard to be like, I'm gonna get this one first. I feel like this is a wave where like I just want to get the whole wave at the first in one shot.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn too. This is really stretching the challenge I set to myself to be selective with my toy collecting.
Yeah.
So, but we also got details from Toy Habits on Wave 6. So, curious to hear your thoughts. Wave 6.
Let's take a look.
This is the speculation of what Wave 6 will look like.
Okay, yet again, all bangers. They're all great
Sorceress, Trapjaw, and Cyclone. Okay, so here are the details on based on Toy Habits, on what these figures come with. So with Sorceress, she comes with detachable wings, the scepter, the staff, right?
Right.
Cyclone, he's going to come with this red crest. This chest piece is going to be lenticular.
Nice.
And the shield. And based on what they're telling us, with Trapjaw, I feel like he might get some kind of a budget cut. He's going to have the mechanical arm and everything, but he's only going to be coming with 2 attachments, which is the hook and the claw. But he's not going to come with a blaster.
That's kind of strange.
Yeah, but I have to look back at the Trapjaw from Cartoon Collection. I think he only came with 2 attachments as well. So
might be a cost-cutting measure.
That's what I mean. Like, let's put it this way: if the arm, because like if you remember, like Trapjaw from 2000X, he had like almost like a gorilla arm.
Yeah.
When it came to his mechanical portion, it was huge, and if they can emulate that size, that might be an acceptable loss on only having 2 attachments instead of 3.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yep. But based on the details I'm giving you, what are your thoughts?
Well, giving the details that you've given me, this wave, unfortunately, does have a buying order. I would definitely get all 3 of them.
Right.
Sorceress, because I do really enjoy the new look that she got in 2000X.
Right.
And I had always hoped that they would make her, because over the years she has grown on me in terms of like her design. Like initially I'm like, was kind of like a little mid on it.
Right.
But she grew on me. And then Cyclone is cool. And he's gonna have all the accessories that are on that drawing, but that's also all the accessories that he would normally have if he was like, say, a regular Origins figure. So there's no loss of accessories on there.
Right. Chances are they might recycle some of the. They might reuse some
Right.
of the parts from that
Origins release.
Yeah, the Origins
most
release,
likely.
especially the crescent,
Yeah.
that crescent thing or whatever.
and maybe the pelvis.
I doubt they're going to do the gimmick.
We'll see. Who knows? But
I will be pleasantly surprised if they use the gimmick.
the fact that they took out the
spinning.
blaster, yeah,
Spinning gimmick, yeah.
I know that's well. I guess our viewers might not have realized that, but I knew what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and the Trapjaw is probably third. No, he is third only because if he's only going to come with like 2 accessories, that's like,
But the
like,
arm,
he's cool, but like, I feel like he needs the blaster attachment.
well, there's a part of me that might, well, if the arm looks as menacing as the way it looked in the cartoon, would that change your mind? That will you be leaning towards it if it were to happen?
I'll tell you this much: if Trapjaw had the blaster attachment, it would be another. I'd just get them all at the same time,
Right.
you know. And like Trapjaw is really what like threw the whole thing into the. Well, okay, no, I'm gonna have to. Like I'm gonna know which order I want to get these guys in.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for the sorceress because, like, when it came to the sorceress from the Filmation cartoon, I never liked her design. And I'm
Okay.
just being honest, like,
That's fine.
So when it comes to this character, like, there was a part. I remember when this show first came out, I wasn't looking forward to seeing the sorceress, but then all of a sudden they introduced her with this Egyptian vibe and everything. And I was like, dude, like, I'm all for this character design.
Yeah.
And so, like, definitely she's a want for me. So with Cyclone, I think there's definitely another want for me because I really love the redesign they gave him. Like, they just pretty much gave him, they just reinvented the character. Like, they added like the samurai elements. They pointed out that he himself is related to the Gar race that Skeletor is from. Yeah,
he is a Gar.
Yes, that they really talked about that, and the other thing was just the crescent, that crescent axe weapon he has, like, this thing right here.
Yeah,
it was just such a nice add-on to the character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like when you see those Japanese warriors, like with the flags,
right,
hanging, off their backs. Like, I get a vibe with that, and and like I agree with you on the whole like samurai vibe that he has. Like, it's definitely a great improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if they didn't take out the blaster accessory from Trapjaw, I would just try and get them all at the same time.
Right. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna like go with a maybe for Trapjaw, not because of the lack of the blaster, because like I'm kind of like when it comes to me and MotU collecting, I kind of like to keep, like, how to describe it, like I end up becoming a little content with just having one version.
Right.
So when it comes to Trapjaw, I gotta see how he looks and see if the character is just inspiring me enough to want him in my collection. Right. And it all leans towards how they design the arm, because like that was like my favorite part with 2000X Trapjaw. Like he just looked like a Frankenstein monster, like where just very brutish and like very heavy.
Yeah.
And I remember when it came to that arm, like it just made him like a monster and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the appeal, in my opinion, of 2000X and why it's so beloved, because the Four Horsemen redesigned a lot of these characters and they kind of like elevated them from like this kind of like semi-goofy but not totally goofy, because they're all really cool characters.
Reimagining them.
Yeah. And they made him a little bit more, despite still being somewhat goofy, like Trapjaw, as far as being a character goes. Like the figure itself is very menacing, you know. So like they really, like they took with the original team that had developed the Masters of the Universe in the '80s, and they just kind of like pushed it even more forward. And they even did that with in terms of like the show itself. Like they took what they had from like Filmation in the comics and everything, the mini comics, and they pushed the story even further. And that's why I feel like like the 2000 X series is beloved by fans, new and
Right.
old, would say.
Yeah, made it extreme.
They did well. I wouldn't put it that way, but they definitely improved upon what was originally there.
Yeah, and then they added anime element as well in the show.
Yeah, which I personally don't mind because we're both
I
avid
appreciate
anime
it
watchers.
greatly.
So yeah, it was at the time it was the thing that was in vogue. Now it's just an everyday thing. It's anime is ubiquitous.
Yes.
But at the time it was what was in vogue. It was the
Agreed.
thing that was popular. So I could see why they went in that direction.
Indeed. So I'm excited for if the rumors are true for wave 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, wow, we just went through 3 waves. Okay, we should have just made this a MotU episode.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just the waves that's been coming up, and like if it's true, man, my wallet's gonna hate me.
My credit card
and the scary thing is, but the scary thing is, we don't even know if they're going to be releasing any deluxe figures with each of those waves.
4, 5, and 6.
Yep,
that's a good point. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do at least one, but you're absolutely right. We don't know what they are going to do, if they are going to do deluxes.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's. Again, like I'm just following the pattern they're using for year 1. So like if year 2 is going to follow this pattern, who knows what they can create for the deluxe figures.
I'm gonna do a little speculating here.
Yeah, wishful
and say
thinking.
that at least one deluxe, maybe not for 4, 5, and 6, but definitely, I'm thinking like one of the deluxes in the future will be Mossman.
We're already getting Mossman.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm no more speculation.
Okay, but I'll throw in some of my speculations.
Okay.
If wave 3, wave 5, 6, wave 4, 5, and 6 are coming, if that's going to be year 2, the one thing I noticed is that we didn't get a He-Man or a Skeletor in that wave.
Oh.
So I'm guessing maybe they're transitioned over to the deluxe.
Like the samurai one?
No, definitely not the samurai one, but I'm thinking it's going to be the one where they had a giant armor on top of them.
Oh, yeah. I remember that episode. That episode was kind of dumb.
I liked it, dude.
If it's the episode, I think it is. It's like that one where like they're in a junkyard and some like wizard or whatever gives them the armor.
Right.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to see if I can find pictures while we're talking.
It's not that it was okay. Let me rephrase or restart.
You can say it's dumb. I don't care, dude.
I don't think it was one of their better episodes. Like I feel like that episode was lower tier.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know there are way better episodes as far as the 3 seasons of 2000 X that we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh crap! What can you see? Let me see.
You're like zoomed in on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm thinking it's gonna be this He-Man, and the other version is gonna be Skeletor with these battle armor versions.
And you don't think the samurai ones are gonna be?
Well, because we're getting them in Walmart.
Oh, the samurais are. I must have forgot that detail.
Yeah, the samurai. Walmart's getting an exclusive, which is the samurai armor He-Man.
Oh, okay.
So my guess is that one of them, the deluxe. If we're getting year 2 of 2000X edition of Cartoon Collection, my guess is going to be this version of He-Man and the Skeletor equivalent of this character design with
Right.
with him with the armor. So that's my speculation. The
Mm-hmm.
other one I would say is that like I'm guessing they're gonna need a twofer, so maybe they might get that Clawful figure
Mm-hmm.
and give him a head swap and make him his cousin Pinsor.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Hmm?
Yeah,
And
and then we can get Pinsor. So
right, and probably or just another speculation, a little wishful thinking, I should say,
mm-hmm.
is instead of Pinsor, just to get a twofer, maybe we'll get a Shadow Beast.
That would be cool. But I don't know. I mean,
Again, this is just me going through
yeah,
wishful thinking.
yeah.
I mean, like the business side of me would say it's going to be to save money and get more bang for your buck on these molds. Just do a twofer out of Clawful and
Yeah,
just a head swap.
yeah. Maybe an accessory swap. Maybe. I mean,
Right.
I would
And just a new
imagine
paint
they
job.
make new accessories or new parts because it's a lot cheaper than having to make a whole new mold for a wholly new complete character. A wholly
Right.
completely different character, I should say. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like if it's just like a head swap and like maybe a hand swap.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're gonna be like, no, we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you're
And,
telling
and
me.
if Mattel is anything like Hasbro and the Transformers team specifically, they'll probably already have that built in so that they could, swap the head out for the other one, and that's that.
Right. Yeah, but don't you just hate it when they just do a straight up repaint with no original tooling if you were to buy both versions and stuff?
I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Like, I think it's great because that's how we got things like Forza T in Argentina. Even though that technically wasn't a legal thing to do.
Right,
Um,
right.
but yeah,
But
I mean, like,
but don't you
then
just hate it? But let me put it this way: don't you just hate it if like wave one was He-Man and Skeletor, and then wave two is anti-Eternia He-Man
actually,
and Disco Skeletor?
I would be more bothered by the Disco Skeletor, but I wouldn't be bothered as much because I know that's a thing that people like. But here's a better example:
Yeah,
Wave 2 and 3 Panthros of the He-Man Thundercats crossover.
yeah. You're telling me, like,
Yeah, yeah. Gee, did I inadvertently give us a segue?
yep, pretty much. I I was just leaning towards it,
Yeah.
so yeah, we got some releases of the packaging of Wave 3 of MotU tossing over with Thundercats, and a lot of people have mixed feelings on Wave 3 that we're getting repaints so early in the line.
Yeah. I mean, one repaint is excusable. And I
But
think
three,
many fans will agree with me that the
mm-hmm.
one repaint, and I'm sure we all know who I'm talking about. Yes, it's Panther Man. He's
Yes,
an
Panther.
excusable one.
Yes.
The Panthro and Lino, that's a harder pill to swallow.
Well, I think I would have been more accepting of Lion-O if they repainted him as evil Lion-O, where like where the blue color was switched with red,
Mm-hmm.
so we can like play off on him being like the Fakor of this line.
Yeah, yeah.
But Panthro, I have mixed feelings. Like, I kind of prefer this deco versus the one we got in Wave 2. So
Right.
let's
As I
just break it down.
remember. Oh, okay.
Yes.
little comparison time.
Exactly. So like, we'll talk about Panthro. Let's put a pin on Panthro for now. But I just want to talk about the comparisons of the Wave 1 of Lion-O versus the Wave 3, where it's just a straight repaint and
with gold accessories.
Little changes here and there. Like for starters, like the fur on the later version is excuse me, that they seem to choose like a more a browner tone versus this one has like a lighter tone, and they just like you said that they just replace the blue with gold.
Yeah, like I kind of like the first version better on the Lion-O.
Right.
On the Lion-O.
And not only that, but I think I can only assume that this blue is a little bit more vibrant than this one.
Yeah, it looks it.
But yeah, I'm torn. Like at first I thought this would be cooler, but it's just because of all the gold. But then I'm looking at this one. I feel like this one's a little bit more balanced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, no, that the first release is definitely like, excuse me, the better colorway.
Right.
So
I agree.
I don't think they improved the face, did they? Because the face was kind of not as bad as the Tigra, but
right. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like this is a bit of a pointless repaint, if you ask me.
Yeah, it kind of is. Because I don't think the fans will react very well to it, even if it's in like say, like in like a reason within the comic stories. As to why they're doing that second version.
I would have preferred if they made it just like make him an evil version of Lion-O. You know, like I said, like replace the blue with red, and just so technically it would be like a new character if they did that.
Yeah.
So the next figure, so here the Panthro. So I don't know, man. Like I love this deco a lot more. Like all the extra pieces, it just works. It works within the color palette that they're creating with the blue and the dark blue, I should say. And the silver armor piece just works for me.
Yeah, no, it definitely does work better. And it's because Panthro's skin is kind of like a bluish gray, so that's why like it kind of looks better, the armor on the second version than on the first one.
Yeah, granted the second version is a little more muted, but I feel like it works as a whole.
Yeah, you're right. It's more muted.
Yeah, whereas this version, I feel like it's more accurate to the cartoon, but I feel like these colors are just constantly clashing with each other. Yeah, so for me, I prefer the new version.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, if that armor was like orange instead of gold, I think it could work better. Or if just make it like version 2. If they had made it like version 2 in the first place, they'd probably still put out another repaint. Well, who are we kidding?
Yeah.
Who are we kidding?
I mean, but if they were going to do repaints, like just a slight tangent, like they could have just grabbed Tigra and repaint him as Bengali.
Oh, you said Tigra. I don't know why
Tigra.
you said Chitara.
Tigra,
I mean, you could do that with Bengali and Tigra. They just need a new head. Like,
I think that the head they have could work.
I've seen that head in person.
Is that
Mr.
bad?
Home Arcade is not wrong. Then again, when is he ever wrong?
Is that bad, huh?
I cannot unsee having a Tim Curry action figure that is not Tim Curry.
Holy Toledo.
Toledo, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, all of those. Holy.
Right.
That's how bad it is.
It's that bad. That was a good thing I skipped him.
Yeah. Yeah, lucky you. You skipped him. Woo.
Yep.
But
among all the 3 paints we're getting in Wave 3, I feel like this is the most accepting.
Yeah. which is exactly what I was alluding to before.
Yes, Panther, man.
Yeah, they're so big they have to pack them with their legs bent.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely getting Panther, man.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that they gave him the mutant symbol. I would assume they were gonna give him Mumra's like two snake symbol.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, either way, he looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably get him first.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, for me, out
Then
of
again,
this,
sorry, I was just gonna say. Then again, like the other two figures aren't really worth it that much.
yeah, yeah. Personally, I'm grateful that we got these reveals so early because I'm definitely canceling my order on Panthro, I should say,
Yeah.
because like I really do prefer that color deco. And as for for me, I'm gonna be pursuing Panthro and Panther, man,
Yeah.
because I skipped on Battle Cat, man.
Okay. Uh, I think. Well, I still have to buy the first wave
Mm-hmm.
because at the time I didn't have any money, so I returned them because I did have them at one point. I don't know if I told you
Right.
the story. They
Mm.
had come in through Amazon because I had pre-ordered them,
Yep.
but it, like I needed money, and I'm like, well, I can't keep these, knowing that I need to eat tomorrow,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I returned them, and I haven't gotten them back in again. So
Yeah. But me personally, yeah, the Panther, man, he's definitely on my list.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Pantherosa, it's gonna be interesting for me. It's like the wave 3 is the Panthers.
yeah, yeah, because yeah. Anyway,
Very disappointing wave. I mean, even though
yeah,
I'm excited for it, I'm looking forward to these decos, but I kind of feel like Wave 3 is extremely disappointing. Which is interesting because Wave 1 and 2 were just so hot that we're kind of going on a bit of a whimper.
yeah. I feel like they probably should have waited to start doing like whole repaints of a perfectly fine figure for the most part. As their third wave, like that just seems strange to me.
Yeah, I mean, my gut tells me that maybe that the Thundercats crossover is pretty much dead,
Maybe I don't
or is
know.
going out of the way because I mean, that's just the way. I don't know. That's the signs I'm reading. If they already have repaints on Wave 3.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah, absolutely right. It's either that or they're purposely trying to tank the market.
Either tank or maybe they're just trying to stretch it. Like they're just trying to stretch it to continue it more by getting more money by getting the twofers now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a possibility. Um, but that doesn't really excuse the Lino or the Panther. Excuse me. The yeah, the
Panthro.
Panthro,
Panthro.
Panthro. Right, right.
I get what you're saying, but it's just mm,
I mean, at least the Panther was a better repaint.
yeah. Well, again, I keep bringing it up. I mean, if they made that Lionel an evil Lionel, I think it
That
would
could
turn
work
people's
also.
opinions.
Yeah.
Just turn him red. I mean, because like he's like Panthro, his colors, like it's I feel like it works as like it's an acceptable repaint in my opinion because it's cool.
Yeah.
But Lionel, it just feels like it's a little bit the same thing. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Anyway,
in any case, that's
uh,
pretty much all the stuff I have on MotU.
okay. Well, in that case, let's end it here because we are approaching that 2 hour mark
Yes.
and it's getting a bit late over here.
Mm-hmm.
So, on that note, I would just like to remind everybody to please like, share, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification for
Yes.
when we put up new episodes, because we have started putting in shorter clips of these episodes. So I hope you guys are watching those to
Yeah.
up
Just
our
enjoy bite
engagement,
size. Yeah.
and like I said before, like I have been trying to get these episodes out on a more regular basis. Um, so if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and as always, remember, be excellent to each other. Bye.
Bye.